I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors.
There you go. Think, come on, cat.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not gonna act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends. And that's the truth of the matter, so I stayed away from that.
Did you see Jonathan?
Jonathan Majors, an actor in the Marvel film Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, speaks out after the verdict on his case. Jonathan Majors described how he never should have been in relationship with Jabari, since it perpetuated his issues related to his mental health, specifically with depression.
Never, but my hands have never struck a woman, ever. When the actual testimony came, the driver said, she did everything, meaning Grace, he did nothing, referring to myself.
Majors claims Jabari attacked him, ripping his coat, scratching his face and arm. These are photos, he says, are of his injuries, but were deemed inadmissible in court.
My injuries were a scratch on my hand, from clawing for the phone, and I had a gash on my, at the time I had a beard. Under my beard I had essentially a fingernail scratch on my I think it's my cheek from pressure.
You chose not to take the witness stand. Why?
The driver.
That was compelling enough. He had said enough.
Well, not just the driver. She was doing everything, he was doing nothing. Well, that's what I was going to say, Mr. Major.
This brings up an important topic on toxic relationships and mental health. It is essential to avoid toxic relationships if you want to keep your general well-being and mental health in check. A person's life can be severely negatively impacted by toxic relationships in a number of ways, such as they frequently entail emotional abuse, manipulation, and persistent negativity, which can cause tension, anxiety, and despair. Relationship quality has a significant impact on emotional stability and well-being, and toxic relationships can undermine emotional stability and self-worth. Relationships that are toxic can hinder personal development by fostering an atmosphere in which it is difficult or impossible to follow one's own interests and objectives. Good relationships give people a platform to reach their full potential and promote personal development. Hear what else Majors had to say.
I'm standing there, and the verdict comes down. I say, how is that possible? Based off the evidence, based off the prosecution's evidence, let alone our evidence. How is that possible?
After the verdict, the prosecution said you allegedly wrote, "I'm a monster, a horrible man, not capable of love. I'm killing myself soon. I've already put things in motion." Were you suicidal?
I've been diagnosed with severe depression, and I'm taking the steps needed to alleviate, some of those symptoms, ideations of removing myself from situations permanently is a thought that I've had, since I was a kid.
It all came to a head in March of last year when Jabari and Majors got into a fight, much of it captured on surveillance video and used as evidence in the trial. Jabari testified that it all began when Majors received a text from another woman. He says it read, "Oh, how I wish to be kissing you."
What do you think about the situation with Jonathan Majors? Do you think his mental health has been adversely impacted by his toxic relationship with Jabari? Leave a comment below and watch another video on our channel. Thanks for watching.